do a quick video for you on the Gannon Stauch case. He's an 11-year-old that's missing from Colorado Springs, Colorado. Just yesterday, a man came forward and said that he had video of, we believe, Gannon, although it hasn't been said. And he lives about across the street, catty corner from Gannon's house. And this video evidently is very important because it led to the house, the police going back to Gannon's house and taking evidence out of there. One of the pieces of evidence that was taken out was something wrapped in a paper bag, and it was like carried a little bit like this. If I still have the video, I'm going to put it in the comment section for you. And he, what's interesting about this item that he has is kind of large. It's larger than a laptop. It's rectangular size. At first I thought maybe it was a scooter. And then I thought, well, it's almost like the size of a stepladder kind of a thing, a folded up stepladder. And then I've had people speculate that it's probably a carpet from the house, because there's been some speculation that, or some rumors that there was carpet cleaning done or carpet repair done at that house during the time he went missing. That has not been substantiated by the police. I don't know for sure. I don't know if it's related at all, but it was interesting. It was a larger item. But back to the man that came up with the video. His name was Roderick Drayton, and he did an interview with the news, and he was telling the news that he was going through the videotapes of his camera, the surveillance camera, and he went through Saturday and Monday. And as he did that, he went through and saw something that he thought was important. So he went to Gannon's father the next morning and showed it to him. And he said the dad started crying. We don't know why he started crying. We don't know what was on that video that caused him to cry. You don't know, was crying from happiness, crying from sadness, crying from, oh my gosh, what happened to my child? I don't know. So during this interview, he also said, another I feel was an important thing, is he said the police told him that it was the break that they needed. Wow, that's something else, a break they needed. So we don't know what's on there. There is speculation that maybe it's showing Gannon getting run over with a car, maybe the mother, maybe the mother's daughter, and there was an accident. But I would think that they would have done an arrest by now, and I don't think they would have gone into the house to do a search if they had the video showing something like that. So, and then the other part could be that maybe a car pulled up and Gannon got in the car, and the time, but then we wonder why there's no Amber Alert out there and why there's no description of the car. But maybe they're working on trying to get a license plate of the car. Now, both of these things are not positive. We don't know. This is just speculation on my part. But nothing seems to really fit. This whole case, nothing seems to fit. It's not it's a puzzle that we can't seem to get the pieces together on. So none of the pieces seem to fit that what might be going on with this. But it was a very interesting thing that Roderick said. He also said that he closed with, I just hope wherever he is found quickly and brought home safe. Now, I don't know. We all want that. We all want him to be brought home. There's so many people out there in social media that are just so involved in this case and are checking it every few minutes to see if anything new has come in. And this is the newest stuff that's come in for a couple of days. Before this was the video of Tisha, Gannon's stepmother, doing an interview with a reporter. And in that, it was the strangest interview anybody has ever seen. She had her back to the camera, and she was talking about Gannon for a little bit, and then she went in there and she said she said really couldn't talk about it because it was an investigation, and then wanted to talk about how people were picking on her and saying awful things about her. And she said that when Gannon's found, then they're going to all owe me an apology.
Last person to see him, is that right?
Correct.
What did you see when you last saw him?
Well, I'm not allowed to talk about anything with the case. I would more so be willing to talk about how the community needs to have faith and continue to work together and not make these false accusations, like the things that have been said that I've disappeared from the community. I haven't been there to help, but there's lots of reasons behind that.
I don't know. It was really strange. And then she was hooked up to a mic, and at one point she walked away to go get her daughter, and you could hear the conversation there. And then she brings her daughter back, and they continue to talk on camera.
And there's comments about this, and that's just not true. I took care of Gannon for the last 2 years in our home because his mother didn't want to do it. And I would never, ever hurt this child. And I know there's some questions out there about, okay, so tell me what happens. That's up to the investigations when they end up letting you guys know, but I've cooperated with them, even to the point that we were held with a gun, and my daughter, a 17-year-old who serves our country in the United States Air Force, who has never committed a crime or done anything wrong in her life, was put in handcuffs over the keys that was in her purse.
I will put a link to that so you can see that video if you have not seen it yet, so you can see what's going on there. So that is about it. We're just kind of waiting for the police to come out with the next move. Evidently, the media, from what I'm gathering from the conversation one reporter had, that at least one reporter knows what's going on or knows what's in there, but the media, the police have asked the media, did not release that video. And so they're not going to do that. They're not going to jeopardize Gannon's well-being by releasing any video. So we all just have to wait until that comes out, or we get some information on what that was all about. Ever since the beginning of this has been a very, very strange case, different than any I've ever seen. I think maybe because it started off with Gannon being considered a runaway in the beginning, and then because for some reason, maybe after they talked to the mother, maybe they started to feel that maybe she was responsible for some of these things. And this is a speculation on my point, because then they seem to dig in further about this case and then went from runaway to endangered. So I don't know of anybody that's found anything showing that Gannon was going to a neighbor's house, any other video coming out, which makes me believe that the only video we have is of Gannon in front of his house, and then something happened. He never got to the friend's house. He never walked any farther than that. And that may be the reason why there's no other video showing him in the neighborhoods. All right. So that's it. And as soon as I know something, if there's any breaking news, I will come up with a live video, because I can do that now. Now, I just got done doing my video on Gannon Stauch, and I checked the news real quick to see anything going on with that information on what was going on with that video I spoke about. And lo and behold, yes, there has been an update. Evidently, Roderick Drayton, the man that was the neighbor, that was catty corner from there, has given more information to AB7 Chicago News. And I don't know where they originally got it from. I don't see, let me see. Let me look at the article real again. Let me just tell you what it is. I don't have to wait anymore. All right, we've all been waiting to wonder what in the world was on that video. So I'll read you the paragraph here. Neighbor Roderick Drayton said he searched through his home surveillance video. As the search intensifies, Drayton said that the video showed Letitia, the stepmom, and Gannon Stauch get into a red pickup truck in the driveway of their home around 10:15 a.m. About 4 hours later, the truck returns to the house and Letitia Stauch gets out of the vehicle alone. So where's Gannon? Right? So it goes on a little bit more, and he also commented more about what Gannon's dad said. And Drayton said that he just broke down crying and said she lied. She lied about the time. He didn't go to a friend's house Drayton said. Yikes. So, I don't know. I thought about the part about evidently something about he was supposed to go to the doctor that day, but then maybe didn't go to the doctor. She called the nurse. Well, I'm not clear. There's so much stuff going on out there, and if it doesn't really directly come from the police, I don't want to repeat it. But where is Gannon during that time? Even if she took him to the doctor, he would be getting out of the car with her. So she dropped him off. Did she drop him off at a friend's? Is there an explanation for this? Or is this an explanation of what happened to Gannon? I don't know. So that's it. I wanted to update this video. I'm going to put it up, a much clearer video. I did a breaking news live video, and I want to do it on my phone, but my phone wouldn't let me do it, so I did it on my laptop. So it's not as clear, but at least you got it. If you caught me on that video, you'll see the breaking news of this coming out with more information. And after this, I'm sure there's going to even be more. So it explains why the police were at the house with the lab and the forensic and taking evidence out. This explains it all, makes sense now why they would go over there and do that after seeing that video. I haven't heard an explanation from the mother yet, stepmother yet. I haven't heard anything from that side. I don't know. I haven't heard of any arrests. I haven't heard of anything other than just what I've told you. And if something big comes, I'll do another breaking news on that live video on that and let you guys know, so you'll be the first to know. Let me see if there's anything else. No, that was about it. All right. Thanks for watching. I will see you. Bye.